no small part to its affordable ticket prices, peerless match day atmosphere, and world-class football, the Bundesliga remains the best attended league in Europe, while Borussia Dortmund topped the pile with the highest average attendances anywhere on the continent. The critical point for us really on this trip was to find out how the club is connected to the fans, which is a very, very big one out there. The yellow wall is a big thing to talk about, but how Borussia Dortmund are able to fill the Signal Iduna Park, to 85,000 or 81,000 capacity every other weekend is a big story. As the most fan-friendly league in the world, it should come as no surprise to see the Bundesliga once again leading the way in terms of European attendances, as it has done over the years. According to a study carried out by KPMG Football Benchmark last year, the Bundesliga boasted an average crowd size of just over 41,000 per game, comfortably clear of the Premier League with 36,000, La Liga with 28,000, Serie A with 22,000, and Ligue 1 with 21,000. There are several factors underlining the Bundesliga's continued supremacy, starting with the stadia themselves. There could be no better case study than Borussia Dortmund. And on this trip sponsored by Star Times and Bundesliga International, there was a lot to learn. When Dortmund reached the 2013 Champions League final, the club received 502,567 applications for 24,042 tickets. The entire city has a population of 580,956. True love indeed. What's happening here? Carsten Kramer is head of marketing and sales of Borussia Dortmund.
When you started, you made the point about the club being about the emotions, being about playing football, wanting to win, not necessarily wanting to win titles. That's really not it. And I want to know how you manage expectations of these fans. They love Dortmund, yes, but football fans are like the same everywhere. They want to see their club winning and all. And I know at management level, you are looking at a team that can come and perform and do well, not necessarily win titles. So like the season, when the club or the fans feel like this could happen, how do you manage these expectations? Because I know down there, they feel that they should be winning.
You're definitely right. So before our brand and our club stands, and if you have your own identity, you never do things just in order to differentiate yourself from others. It's similar to dressing up yourself in the morning. If you dress up yourself just because you might know what your colleague is wearing, then you make a mistake. You just wear the stuff you want to wear in order to feel comfortable. That's Dortmund. So we try to be comfortable with ourselves. Of course, it makes more fun if you can race a bit faster. That's our aim. As I said, we want to be ambitious. But Dortmund definitely will be able to compete on a long-term perspective with Real Madrid and Barcelona, so we have to define our own way. And I think people know to estimate the value that this club is just run and financed by the people. We do not belong to any country. We do not belong to any Arabian government. We do not belong to any Russian investor. We belong to the people. And that means the more the people are connected to the club, the more they will accept that this told and taught the people that we are able to win titles. So first of all, they know that we are not an average club who is happy to play Bundesliga and sometimes to qualify for Champions League. People know that we are able to win titles and we want to be as ambitious as possible. Let me recommend you maybe a YouTube video from last Champions League game at home against Spurs. Do not watch the game because you know that we lost and watch the situation after the game. Crowd is special, and this is the USP of Borussia Dortmund. And there is some more relevance of our club than just winning a football game. Of course we are ambitious, of course we want to win, but I would say we are more than just a football club. Of course it's nicer to be first in the league, but for sure we are not obligated to win. We love to win. And that will be hopefully shown by the people as well today, that the people love the game, that the people love their club, and that of course it makes more fun to love your club if you are successful, but as I said before, there is no obligation existing to be successful.
Yes, it's a scarcely believable figure, but attendance in the game against Wolfsburg last Saturday recorded 81,000 at the Signal Iduna Park. And now the famous yellow wall. A spell-binding sight in the south stand of Borussia Dortmund's Signal Iduna Park that may not be quite visible from space, but whose dimensions and noise reach up to the stars. At 328 feet long and 131 feet high, the Sud Tribune of one of the world's most magnificent venues packs enough people to make up a town. A raucous, bellowing, spine-tingling town of Dortmund, souls that can cause opposing teams to wilt, and Borussia Dortmund's best to bloom. If you are the enemy, it crushes you. But if you have hair at your back as a goalkeeper, it's a fantastic feeling. Almost 25,000 fans from different walks of life file in for every home Bundesliga game. But once each takes their place within the 75,347 square feet of space, be they a doctor, teacher, student, grandfather, a wife or schoolboy, it's time to unite in an attempt to draw the ball into the net during a Borussia Dortmund attack or repel opposition advances.
We do have a big influence in all the activities around the match day. First, we don't call a match day, we call it a bank holiday. Because it's the day... Huh?
You call it?
Bank holiday. It's a celebrating day. Because that's the day we work for the past 5 days. And bank holidays do not only start at 9 of the day, they start the day before, the evening, because everyone is looking forward. They know the job is done and the game will come. So around the match, it's not only from 3 to 6 that the game takes place. Stadium open at 1, the pubs around the city will open at 10, 11. You never will see so many people drinking beer in the early morning around Dortmund. All the hotels are booked and definitely sold out. So this is the highlight for this city and this region, and this is maybe a big advantage of our club if you compare our city with the big capitals like London, Madrid, and even Berlin. There are so many opportunities.
So the game ended 2-0 with Dortmund top of the pile ahead of Bayern with 2 points going into a crucial decider this weekend. Then I get my chance in the mixed zone to interview Wolfsburg striker Wout Weghorst. This was a game that you were so much in and lost it at the end. How disappointed are you?
Yeah, really disappointing. I think all of us. I think we played a good game. We had a clear tactic, and the turns out really good. Yeah, and then if you lose the game in the last couple of minutes, that's really disappointing.
Would you say it was because of a lack of concentration or fatigue setting at the very end?
No, I don't think so. They have an attack and we defend on the 16, and he gave a free kick, and yeah, I don't know. I have to see it back how the ball's going in, but I don't think it was like concentration or something. If you have in a 90-minute free kick, then everybody's concentrating, and we played really focused till the end. It's real disappointing.
Just a final one. How does this affect your chances of making it to the Champions League?
Yeah, of course. If we win it today, I thought Gladbach lose the game. So if you win it, then yeah, you had some good chances and some good opportunities to come back and to come closer to the Champions League spots, European spots. So yeah, that's a tough one.
It's important to remember this is a club run by fans, for the fans. The Bundesliga's 50% plus 1 rule requires clubs to be owned by their members. All but 3 of 36 clubs of the German divisions are owned or controlled by their members, with Wolfsburg, Bayer Leverkusen and Hoffenheim the exceptions. It's a model that is the envy of many in Europe, especially when it is successful, as Dortmund have been since 2010, winning 2 Bundesliga titles and reaching the Champions League final.
So with this media visit, we want to show the whole landscape of the Bundesliga. So it's very important for us that every club in the Bundesliga is unique. So we take the journalists to different clubs. It's very important that the Bundesliga is not only about the big clubs, Bayern and Dortmund, but also smaller clubs like Frankfurt or Stuttgart. They have their stories to tell. And then for the next media visits, we might go up in the north, where also you have exciting teams like Werder Bremen. Werder Bremen also a team which is looking at Africa. They have just been in South Africa, connecting with the people there. So it's just our goal to show a wide range of the clubs and everything that the Bundesliga has to offer, from fans to the brilliant football that our players perform on the pitch, to also the sustainability and the business concept our clubs show. So there's a lot of things that the journalists can experience.
The Dortmund model may not, though, be as attractive to those clubs determined to make money above all else. The amount of money Arsenal generate on match days dwarf those of the German club, despite having 20,000 less seats. One thing is clear, though: in Dortmund, the fun is king.
What a wonderful trip that we've had, and great insight into German football and what they do here. I think for most of the journalists who came around, there's a bit of understanding right now that we may have the quality, we may have the talent, but what's important is the organization and how deeply these things are involved. German football, or at the base of German football really, is the connection of fans and to the football clubs. Now, that's the critical thing that we're missing out there, and how detailed they are. Stuff we saw in the German museum was crazy. I mean, looking at how Dortmund have organized and ensuring that they are the most passionate around, Europe, and even finding out how Eintracht Frankfurt themselves are going about this gives us a perfect picture. A big thank you once again to Star Times Ghana for making this trip possible. A big thank you to Bundesliga International who made this possible. And to everybody, I hope you enjoyed every bit of this as we roll this. My name is George Addo Jr. Maybe next time we'll see you in Germany. We'll come your way with another one. Till then, be good.